There are so many things on the internet, and I couldn't believe my eyes when I watched this video. Anyway, this is my first reaction video. Let's get to it.
This is the world's poorest country, and there is a lot of bad things said about it. That's why I'm going to spend the next 100 hours here to see with my own eyes if it's true or not.
It makes it look like being poor is something bad. But anyway, let me not judge before watching the whole thing. Let's see exactly what he really meant.
When we arrived in the airport, we saw something that we didn't expect. The policeman was asking us to give him money for no reason. So I was wondering if the rumors are true.
So the rumors that he's talking about corruption. Okay.
After 3 hours, we made it out of the airport to meet our guy.
Welcome Burundi, you seem tired. Yeah.
Corruption? He's talking about corruption. Everywhere in the world there's corruption. Whether you're in Africa, whether you're in Europe, whether you're in Asia, there's corruption. We just have different words to explain it.
I really don't think I should.
Yeah, you still don't think so?
All right.
It was already 5 a.m. in the morning and the sun rose. While being in the car, our guide said something shocking. That the average salary of workers in Burundi is
Around 200,000.
is $100.
Yeah, it's around 100.
In United
These African countries, the average salary is around $100. The average salary is $100. I can tell from experience because I used to earn $100.
$50 to get a haircut. Let's see how much it costs.
Okay, for a haircut, $50, and in a rich country, in the first world country, it probably makes sense. Yeah, people actually came to see.
How much
I think
is
to them,
normally here?
seeing a white man, it's quite an experience because they are not used to it. So I have a friend of mine in China. She's black, right? She's living in the world cities, and she always say that whenever I come out to grab something to the supermarket, when I walk out, people just look at me. People come up to me. They ask a lot of questions.
$1 is 2,000.
You got 50 cents haircut.
Yeah, 50 cents haircut. It's normal. In Zimbabwe, 50 cents haircut is normal. I have a friend of mine also who is a barber. Shout out my nigga barber.
It's neat. Just one is the right the best barber in Zakupa is nice.
Looking like 10 over 10 plus 10 minus nothing. Add everything. That's me.
In the most rich countries, to charge $1 or 50 cents, it won't make sense because extra cost, pay rent, and these buildings are quite expensive. For you to just get a place in a rich country, just a small corner, it's quite expensive. You will need close to 1,000 to 2,000 US. So for you to charge 50 cents after paying such rent, it won't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And it's not only rent, there are so many things like service fees, licensing. The amount people are willing to charge on cutting hair becomes different. Now we are talking about Africa. Clearly, you can see from the building, right? This guy is just cutting hair in a shack, right? Most of these things, the raw materials were free. Barber shop is made of plastic and cardboard, something that he just took out for free. There's really no need for him to charge a lot of money for this when you look at it. So 50 cents, the only cost people just buying
Nasim, you look sexier now. You agree, guys, right? Here's your 50 cents. Thank you. When we left the barber shop, I saw something that I wasn't expecting.
This is a
Hello! All the kids of the neighborhood came and surrounded me, but I didn't know why. They don't let my hand live. They are still falling.
The kids are actually excited to see a white man. No, I love the expression of pure joy that you see from these kids, you know. Even if they don't have the fancy toys, even if they don't have anything cool to show for, they are happy, you know. It's something that we need to learn. Sometimes the happiness just comes from the little things.
They are still following us, that's it. On our way to the hotel, our guide suddenly noticed that we were running out of gas. There is 1 kilometer line that the cars are waiting to put gas, and there is no gas.
They're waiting for gas that's not even there.
I never experienced something like this. After a lot of phone calls, finally he found a friend that gave him some gas, and we were on the road again. Look,
They're waiting for gas that's not even there. Oh my god, what an experience. During the early 2000s, we would wait in a long queues for fuel, for fuel, which is not even there. It's true. Because here's the thing, you don't even know when the fuel is going to come. You don't even know how much it will be, but you need the fuel. So what do? You just take your car, line up.
Few moments later.
So everyone just lines up their car.
2,000 years later.
When the fuel comes, even if it's in a week, 2 weeks, or a month,
Eternity later.
you'll be the first one to get it. Yeah, the logic sounds flawed, but it is what it is.
I'm learning so much. It's like the best day of my life. This is like a movie to me. It's so interesting. Thank you for hosting us in your house.
This is like a movie to him. Okay. Movie to you, bro.
I just wanted to say, guys, that poor doesn't mean bad. Poor is like being tall or short. It's just a fact. It doesn't define me.
Poor doesn't mean bad. Poor is like being short, being tall. It gets even worse, I don't know this guy, his moral code and what he was trying to achieve with this video, but it gets even worse. Look.
People in the poorest country. So we went to the orphanage.
Phidias really wants to go to the orphanage, but they're not letting him.
Why would you want to go to the most vulnerable place and shoot? Oh my god, really? Like, really? Even if you go to the orphanage in Switzerland, even if you go to the orphanage in whatever first world country, still you will see people at their lowest point. Why? You start seeing the propaganda behind it of showing Africa in a certain way, in the most vulnerable way. But anyway, let's move.
To see us because they had never seen foreigners before, and they came and surrounded us like we were the coolest thing in the world. I love
you. Like I said, Murungu, Mutunga, white man. People are just excited to see a white man. Just like when you go to China and you're a black person, people just get excited to see you.
So this is like a big event happening to their school. Look at all the school following us around. You are the headmaster of all the school. Yes. Wow, how many kids does the school have?
This just feels wrong. Something is cringy. The lack of self-awareness in this video is staggering. Like, for real, this guy, like, for real, this is wrong in so many ways. My God.
So excited. I am 100 years old. I am 22. How old are you? 17 years old.
Okay, so he's 22. Kind of makes sense. If he's 22, he probably doesn't have a recollection of or the proper moral code or the moral compass just to understand what exactly he's doing. Yeah, he's trying to get views, he's trying to get attention, but not like this. Anyway, just a young man.
The most things that I learned, they are not only from school, they are online, from the phone. They can access all the clever minds. I said this because only 10% of the population has access to the internet. I left the class and felt inspired that these kids will have so much potential.
To me, the internet is the greatest invention that we have ever made. Even though we are abusing it, even though it has created so many disparities, it's especially for social media, looks like it's dividing us. It looks like that's the case. It's dividing us more than connecting us.
Next day, the stranger took us to see the biggest tea plantation in Burundi. All this green there is tea plantation. So peaceful, you cannot imagine.
Yeah, the scenery is quite nice. It's quite nice. When you look at the plantation, you can see the potential that Africa has in terms of agriculture. Yes, we have so many problems. Yes, we need to work more on value addition, and we need also to start making food for ourselves than just exporting. But you can see the potential of this country, as much as it is poor. Poor people can be found on almost anywhere in the planet, and just labeling the whole country as poor, it's wrong in so many terms. Yes, we're using statistics from credible economists. We'll be using GDPs and the eyes, or we're just using the poverty line. Because if you look at Burundi, they are just living below the poverty line, and which is $1.90 per day. Anyway, they are living below that poverty line, most of them, and that is in Burundi and DRC also. And you know, DRC is a special case considering the resources that they have. It's poverty or being poor might be a state of mind, but most of them, it's not their fault, right? Because most of these countries, right, are poor because of a number of reasons. Many of them are because of political instabilities and bad governance. And sometimes it's the tribal wars, you know, especially the tribal wars, religion. It's a mix of a lot of things why these countries are poor. So you can't say tall, short, and put it in the same line as being poor.